Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're doing a video on Marina Abramović. I can't spell or say things correctly sometimes, but she is someone that was brought up from my Jay-Z and Beyonce Dark Magic ritual video. People are like, oh, this is the person that is this someone that that Jay-Z is infatuated with? And I'm like, let's take a look. Someone also had sent me like some videos through my email, which I checked out. So I'm like, thank you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this convinced me we need to look into this woman. So I did. And guys, for those of you who have been on the channel for a while and have like been following me through my Diddy saga, and we're just like, who the frickety frick frack is this empress? Guys, I think we might have found her. So I'll let y'all watch the video though to see what you guys think. Do you guys feel the same way? Especially if you're someone who's been kind of watching these videos with me or alongside with me. So yeah. Otherwise, quick reminders, if you want to book a personal reading, do so. Website link is down below. Otherwise, YouTube members, access to exclusive videos, videos like this early, and a bunch of other cool things for $3 a month. Really helps support me, and I really appreciate it. Link to that is in the pinned comment below. Otherwise, disclaimer, remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So, if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Again, everything is all alleged. So, with that, thank you all so very much for listening to me, and I will see you guys in the video. Hi everyone and welcome to the video. So, what I plan on doing here is we're going to, oh my, I'm already getting like a hit to the right side of my head, which is a slight pain, a slight twinge, and I'm like, okay, here we go. So, what I plan on looking at here today for her, one, I just want to look at who is she meant to be in this lifetime, connecting up with the higher selves, and then as I'm kind of like meditating and getting into this reading, it's like I don't think I'm gonna be able to read her energy like directly, but I'm able to read the energy that she projects outwardly. And we're going to be looking at it from like a public manner and then from a private manner. And then we're also going to look at it from Mr. Jay-Z. So with that then, do I need another shuffle? Nah. We're going to look into who is kind of Marina Abramović supposed to be in this lifetime. Or who is she essentially, right? Guys, so if you guys have watched my latest Jay-Z reading, Jay-Z Beyonce reading, I tapped into if Jay-Z and Beyonce is like a witch or a warlock or something along those lines. And for Jay-Z, he's been having someone show up that he's like super attached to. Like when I mean super attached to, I mean super attached to. I've also been finding we've had this lovely empress who's been pulling strings and masterminding a lot of things from behind the scenes. I don't know if we found our empress. I think we might have found her. I don't know, y'all. Oh my gosh. And now okay. So there's a couple things going on, and I wanted to just let you know from behind the scenes. So how I record these videos, like my audio, I typically try and have it pretty good. Everything is kind of balanced. I have a lot of issues with it sometimes, but like, and they're like, when I speak, I have a bar, and like my bar, like I'm talking normally. This is how I typically talk. It's in between like a certain decibel area, and then like I'm talking just a little bit above it. So it typically is like, okay, I'm like a little bit higher than normal. I am maxing out on this reading. Like I'm maxing out my audio on this reading, and I just wanted to really bring that to attention because it doesn't happen very often, and like I am consistently in the red. So it's like this makes me feel like this needs to be talked about. This is something we need to speak about it loudly for some odd reason. I am not accusing anyone of anything, but just wanted to put that out there already. With this Empress reverse card, she's not a very nurturing person. in this lifetime. She's not supposed to be. She's disconnected from her not femininity, but disconnected from like her nurturing qualities. Why is this? Because of she's on her own path. We're being the fool in this situation. I would also like to say in my Jay-Z reading, when I was picking up on who is the Empress showed up for him reversed as well. So tying this into Marina Abramović, as that's who the reading is about, looking just at her and like kind of connecting up to the higher self. She's someone who is not a nurturing person. She's supposed to mean kind of like go against the status quo. I think we've seen that she's kind of like a shock horror body artist. Financial influences here with the Strength card reversed. When it comes to resources in her life, it does feel like things have come to her not in the easiest way. I think I was reading up just a little bit of history. She's from Serbia originally, born in 1946. So she grew up during war time. Like she was born like right after World War II. And I think had like a struggling childhood, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like with the Strength card reversed here with financial influence, this has been one of ups and downs for her, or it's supposed to have been ones of like, you get stuff in and then stuff goes. Stuff comes in, then stuff goes. It was supposed to be a little bit more of a roller coaster ride than what I think she has experienced in this lifetime. His hopes and fears here is the High Priestess reversed. Oh my gosh. So the hopes and fears here, High Priestess versus I'm not connected. She's not connecting up to her higher self in this lifetime. She's very much stayed in her base, root, chakras of stuff. Yes, she's been creative and everything. However, like her creativity is also, it hasn't come from a divine or inspired place. It's come from maybe a little bit more dark and dank place. Also here with the High Priestess reversed, I am seeing this as she's had some issues when it's come to other practitioners, other people who are spiritual. I do feel that she butts heads with other spiritual practitioners. I would like to say the High Priestess showed up for Bae in that reading, so I don't know what's going on between her and Bae. AKA Sasha Fierce. I don't know what's going on between those two because those two seem to butt heads a lot. It's almost like those two compete against each other in a big way. Unseen obstacles for her in this lifetime, the Magician. So she's not very good at mana. Like, when I would take a look at Maria, it seems for me, it's in this lifetime, she was going to be struggling with manifestation. She was going to be struggling in reaching her dreams or desires. It was always going to be an upward push and upward battle for her to get what she wants. Because it's like, this was a lifetime, it feels like, for her that was really defining what does she want out of life? And a lot of reevaluation of like, what do I like about life? What do I want to do? What don't I want to do? This was one like about a lot about of doing the thing, reflecting on it, and then pivoting. Doing the thing, reflecting on it, then pivoting. She was going to be doing a multiple of different things here, but it feels like in this lifetime instead, she's kind of just picked one thing and went with it. And then, if she just picked one thing and then like she's never reflected upon that. Upon the actions or projects or other things that she has taken. So in her not doing the reflection part of it, it's not allowed her to maybe pivot in different directions to explore different aspects or avenues of herself in more profound ways than just her art. I'm trying is how I'm kind of seeing it. Because the other challenge here is the world. She hasn't started anything new. So everyone's like, oh, well, she's done this art project and this project and this and this and this. And I'm like, sure, awesome, cool. But what it seems like here is that it seems as though how she's done it is she's never started anything like from the bottom up to scratch. It's like she's always taken a piece from what she learned from that reflection and use it for the next thing. It's like a copy paste situation for her. That's how I would put it. It's like you're taking a template that you've built, and then that template that you've built, you're then just applying it to different sectors of like corporate. is how I would see this. So it's like you take the finance, say like an Excel spreadsheet, and that Excel spreadsheet, you're taking it and then you're applying it. Say this is like for sales, and like so you're selling, I don't know, you're selling scrunchies online. So you're taking that template and then you're taking the template for you're selling scrunchies, and now you're going to apply it to selling lawnmowers. And so it seems like she's taken that same template and applied when she's selling scrunchies to selling lawnmowers to then selling, I don't know, classes to selling. I think of another super complicated sales thingy-mabobber. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to do custom homes. So it's like she's using the same template to sell something or do something, when the template, it kind of needs to get almost drawn up from the ground up each time, instead of taking a copy paste from the previous place. Is the easiest way I can explain it. What's going for her is her connection to the dark and the dank, the devil card reversed here. It's something that she's done very well with. It's something that she's been able to kind of take and run with. Apparently she's a very spiritual person. Here in the past, the star. So she wasn't that big. Like, she's a big star, don't get me wrong. But it does feel like her star power has fallen off quite a bit. But here in the future, the Hanged Man. She's not seeing things from a new perspective. Again, she's taken the template for one thing and applied it to multiple different places in her life. She's not seeing things new. She's not building things from the ground up. It's going to be the same old, same old, same old. I mean, what? She's like 72, 76 at this point. So it's like she's kind of stuck in her ways. I don't know many 70-year-olds who are going to go out there and try something new out of their kind of maintain normal routine. If you're looking at senior dogs or senior cats, they have the routine. They like to be in bed by a certain time. They like to have their food at a certain time. They have their routines, and then you kind of stick with their routines. The same go with people. And so that's what it kind of feels like for her. It's like, well, why change now in this kind of upcoming future that she has? Okay. Now I'm going to read her energy. I'm going to grab the Musician's Tarot for this. And we're going to read her energy with Jay-Z. So that's what a lot of y'all are wanting to know about. That's what a lot of you want to know about. And then I want to take a look at the energy that she projects outwards to people in her, to people that she is well acquainted with on like a business level. So first off, let's just take a look at this whole thing with Jay-Z. Y'all, I don't want to say that we found her, but I think we might have found her. And if anyone's like new, like what are you talking about? Go back. I have a ton of Diddy readings where we've seen this empress who has been kind of just been following us around in these readings, and yeah, we're gonna take a look. I am hard pressed. We might have found her. Okay, let's just take a look at her energy between her. She's showing up as the Ace of Coins reversed. We have Jay-Z. Oh, wow. That's wild. And the energy in between. Okay. Okay, so we have Maria over here showing up as the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins reversed. She does not invest. She sees this relationship with Jay-Z as completely just, this is a waste of my time. This is a waste of my resources. I almost see it as like, oh, I'll just play with him. Oh, I'll just play with him. That's the vibe I get. She's put a ton of money in and has not gotten anything out. Jay-Z over here is infatuated with whatever they do with, it's a wand. It's the Ace of Wands, creative passion. It can be rolling between the sheets with other people. He's like infatuated with her. He really, really likes her. Apparently, she must do something to wands that gets him going real good. Or like it stimulates him creatively or like in some way. Because looking up between the two of them, it's the death card. So it's like there's a death, a rebirth, starting something new. Uh, I do feel for them, it's like each time they come together, it's like a rebirth of their character. It's a rebirth of their soul. I also get that there might be some really weird heebie-jeebie shenaniganery going on with like spirituality, ritual type things. I don't want to dig too deeply into what that may be or like what that might all encompass because that feels like it's a whole separate thing. But showing up here with the death card, I also with that eye right here, they do practice some sort of evil eye magic, in my opinion. Here, there's also they're always looking, always seeing. Their relationship is one about death and rebirth and renewal of the soul, new age. Some people would call it like new age spiritualism, hippie type of things, like brah, like once you go and then you pass on, you go to the next one and blah blah blah. Yes, they both kind of follow that. Down here with the Hermit, they both bring each other out of their comfort zones as well, but I also see this as when it pertains to their relationship. This is one that they're pretty out front with. This is like, sure, they practice stuff behind the scenes, but if you would talk, like people in their inner circles know exactly what this relationship is all about. It's not really much of a secret. Maybe it was kept a secret from Bay, but also I'm seeing 444. Financial influences here. Jay-Z, I think, is paid. Like, this is Jay-Z almost feels like she's his home. It feels like, because with this Four of Wands here, that's the home family celebration from a financial perspective. The relationship that they have is one of, we feel like we've come home. This is my home. If we look at it in like a soulmate or like in a spiritual sense a little bit, when it comes to like souls, these two, I don't know if they are soulmates. If you talk to them, they would say, oh, they're soulmates. But it feels like this is a karmic relationship or a karmic union that neither one has been able to get out of. And so they've been constantly having to teach each other lessons, constantly having to reevaluate and redo things. Hopes and fears. Here's the Ten of Cups. Do they have a family together? Like, do they share a kid together or something along those lines? Because like the Ten of Cups here, this is like my happily ever after. Like, this is legitimately like, this is our happily ever after family. We're spiritually connected. We're bonded together. Also, these two, this is not their first lifetime together. I also get that with their connection, this feels like it's a weird mother-son relationship, like in a past life. It feels like in a lot of incarnations that they've had, it's been mother-son or father-daughter. And it's never been, I don't know if they've ever been husband and wife in past relationships. I'm hearing yes, but it wasn't supposed to be that in this one. I don't even know if they were really supposed to cross paths in this one at all. They were supposed to cross paths. They were a karmic connection, but it's like the karmic, how do I put this? The karmic lessons and teaching moments that were supposed to happen never happened. And so they now kind of go back to each other in like this super intense sort of way, and they just kind of can't get enough of each other. Or at least Jay-Z can't get enough of her. Because down here with the unseen obstacle, it's the Eight of Coins. It's like we can never work hard enough. Our hard work didn't pay off. It's like we can never learn the lesson fully. We keep coming back to each other. Also, they're just two big stars. They both have very large egos. They're both very much in the spotlight. They're very, oh boy, that was weird. Yes, very much in the spotlight, very much in the public eye, and they want their voices to be amplified and heard. And what I feel here is that they feel when they are together, their voices are amplified and heard much more loudly than if they would do things separately. What's going for them is the Knight of Swords. There is distance between them. Knight of Swords can be like travel through airplane. So they aren't super, like, where they're located is two very different parts of the world for the most part. But I also feel here is there's a lot of misdirection. Both of them kind of misdirect each other on their intentions, where they're going, how they're doing things. So like neither one actually knows what each one is doing. So like that miscommunication I think has also helped in like splitting them apart in some ways. Like this relationship could have been a lot nastier, or I should say a lot more toxic than it is now. Here in the past, it's the Eight of Swords reversed. So they were able to kind of separate from one another. I think we see this with like, well, Jay-Z married Bey. So I think that's been a big part of it. But it's like they were able to step away from one another because I feel like they met each other before Jay-Z got married to Bey. I'm hearing yes. So these two have been friends for a very long time. I would say close to 30, almost 40 years at this point. And because it's like, but they haven't been able to like ever unify. They're able to step away from the toxicity. And then here in the future, the Five of Cups. When it comes to this relationship, it's like they kind of are now looking at it. And I'm saying this more in a spiritual sense, more than like a 3D sense. We've kind of moved on from what we can't have now in this lifetime. I mean, they're both upwards. What is it? Jay's in like his 50s. Maria is in her 70s. It's like, okay, yeah, we probably don't want to continue this. Jay's got all of his stuff going on. Maria, I don't know what she's got going on. We can take a look into that, but it's something of they're moving on, we're letting go, we're healing from the past and kind of just letting it all be. So, okay. All right. Now we're going to grab, I think we're going to keep this one just for a little bit here yet. I want to take a look at what, hold on. The question, it's all dependent on the question. Okay. We're going to take a look at the energy that Maria projects out around her to the people that are kind of like business acquaintances of hers. And then I'm actually going to grab out the True Crime and Conspiracy deck after that because I just want to double check on that reading. I just want to double check. What the heck? I just want to double check on something. So let's take a look here. One more. And this deck that I'm using, I don't use this one that often, but it's the In2it Tarot. So let's take a look here. At the center of it, what's the energy that she projects out to associates? She's always carrying a burden of some sort. She's like, I'm always carrying the burdens of other people, places, and or things. Why is this? Because I want us to be successful, triumphant, be the best, the greatest, and that there ever was. We're always going to be the winner of a situation. Financial influences here, the Eight of Wands. She also is always projecting herself when it comes to people around her. She's never got enough money. She's always asking for money, getting money, doing this, that, and the other thing. It's like she's never got money. Eight of Wands reversed, like I can never get it. And it's like no one's ever giving it to me. Hopes and fears here is the Four of Pentacles reversed. Who's always looking for handouts. She's a handout type of girl. Lots of donations. She's always looking for money for this, looking for money for that. I also feel like she wants to be more like giving and give money, but she's more or less looking for handouts. Unseen obstacles here is the Queen of Pentacles. She's so focused on money, and it feels like there's maybe an unhealed like poverty wound. Ding, 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 ding. An unhealed poverty wound that's been, she's never healed. So like that's something that she's constantly worried about. Also here with the Two of Cups reversed, is challenges for her. She's losing a lot of, she's always projecting out that she never has business contracts. No one ever wants to work with her. She's just not good at what she does. People just leave her high and dry. She's got abandonment wounds up to wazoo. Also, but what's going for her is the Wheel of Fortune, other people's bad luck that she manufactures most like. other people's bad luck. She benefits off other people's burdens or people's bad luck. Whether that's in, oh, they're just down and out, oh, you need a handout? Oh, you need some money? Like, let me go help you do some fundraising to go help pay your debts off to other people. Oh, you need a favor? Let me go help you pay a favor to this rich baron over here who's been lending you money for a while. She's someone who preys on other people's misfortunes. She's really good at also helping people out. She's owed a lot of favors in the industry, so she's able to give a lot of favors in the industry. Here in the past, we have the Six of Pentacles reversed, unequal exchanges, broken contracts, and then here in the future, the Queen of Wands reversed. She's someone who's going to burn herself out at the rate that she's going. She lashes out. She's got herself a mean ass temper, where if you cross her, she crosses you right back. Or not crosses you right back, but she plays the long game, it feels like, where it's like, okay, you crossed her, okay, don't expect things in the long term from her, and don't expect to maybe have a bout of bad luck come your way, because people aren't going to want to work with you. People aren't going to want to do this or do that, because like that's kind of what she projects out, is that people don't like working with her, that she's just this lowly person. She plays that character very well. She plays like, oh, pity me, pity me, pity me character very, very well. But in reality, can we get into what she actually is? Okay, let's take a look at who. So that's what she projects out to others around her, like pity her, pity her. Let's take a look at how she truly operates at the center or the core of everything, because I'm very curious about that. And then I want to take a look at her connection with Diddy, because I'm actually very curious with that one as well. So let's take one more great big shuffle. All right, so let's take a look here. So let's take a look here. Who is Maria? Who is she, or how does she operate internally, rather than what does she project out? How does she actually operate? Oh, we have the Four of Swords reversed. She plans. She plays the long game on a lot of stuff, because she's always looking to get that next favor. She's looking for the wheel to turn in her fortune. Good fortunes come to those who wait. That's how she looks at her life. That's how she operates. Good fortunes come to those who wait. And she's always working with other people, where she's like, pity me, pity me. No one wants to work with me. I'm a lone wolf going out and doing my own things. In reality, she is patient. She has connections with everyone. She has deals. She has connections. If she wants money or needs money, she can just go to this. She can just go to, I don't know, Duke Francis V of Glockenspiel, and she can just be like, hey, I need money, and they will give it to her, no questions asked, because of the favors that she's done for people, or just the amount of like that people like her and know that she's good for whatever resources. Hopes and fears here for her is the Four of Cups. I do feel that she does fear that she's going to get put on a shelf. So why I say that with the Four of Cups here is, so the person in this deck, so when you look at it, she's just sitting on this lovely, like this iridescent place. She's looking down at all three of those cups. They're all empty, but then she's looking at she's not looking at the one that is kind of just sitting right next to her that she can go over and grab. So it does feel that her hopes and fears here are that the cups that she's tried to pour into in the past are not coming into fruition. She can't reach them anymore. They are below her. And then that when in reality, if she really wanted help or she needs something, she can just go over to the other person. It's like her pots of money or the people that she's been able to maybe lord over, because I'm also getting that where it's like the people that she knew that were under her thumb, she really can't go to anymore. She can't go to those people anymore because their cups are empty. They can't offer her anything. They're capuzzo. They are donezo. So it's like I keep looking at them to kind of come back, but in reality, she kind of has to look at people who are on her level more. Unseen obstacles for her is the devil reversed. Ooh. So the devil reversed here. So when you're seeing the devil reverse can be like breaking free of chains, breaking free of bindings, or it could be double the negativity. What I get from this one is, because this one doesn't have the, oh no, it does. Her web behind her is crashing and falling down. Her web, her network of people, if you're looking really closely at this card, I'll bring it up to the camera. Can you focus? Awesome. So as you can see, I have paper because YouTube, terms of service, imagery, and the such. I don't know what's allowed, what's not. But so we have this devil, and then as you see, he has this whole web behind him. Seeing this reversed, it's like the web is coming crashing down. The web's done. Her web's gone. Her web of people, her connections, her networks, they're just done. She does not have them anymore. They're coming crashing down. Why? Because they're getting redone. The death card reversed. Things are getting redone. People are starting something new. This old system is going down and is going through a forced death and a rebirth where it's not going to be the same as it once was. What's going for her? She is manifesting. She is communicating and trying to maintain her base in the way that she can. I'm also, because I'm just going to pull one card really quick. Y'all can do it. But I'm just going to ask really quick before I go forward. Is she the Empress? Is she just this gosh darn Empress that we've been kind of seeing? I don't know. We'll see. The Sun reversed. Is she the Empress that we've been seeing? In all of my Diddy readings, is she the Empress? I'm really feeling that she might be. Also, with the Sun reversed here, her rituals aren't working anymore. The rituals aren't working anymore. The people aren't working anymore. Nothing's working. The rituals were unhappy. Nothing's going forward in the way that we want it to. Here in the past, the Ace of Cups, we've had to detach, get away, fall out of love of old ways of doing things. And here in the future, the Eight of Swords, she's trapped. What businesses that she's doing internally, how she's actually doing things, she's trapped. And I don't think she sees that she's trapped though. No, because if you're looking at it, there's the woman who kind of looks like her a little bit, is blindfolded. She can't see the way out, but she also doesn't see that she's trapped because she hasn't taken the blindfold off, right? So, and the sword surrounding her. Maria is going down, it feels like, in some way. I'm going to grab the Musician's Tarot, and I'm going to look at who is she in connection with Diddy, and then, or Tarot of the Vampires now. And we're going to take a look at who is she in connection with Diddy, and then we're going to take a look at, I might pull some true crime and conspiracy with that as well, and what those two were kind of up to. So let's take a look here really quick at Maria and Diddy's relationship. I did not expect this, y'all. I really, really didn't. So let's take a look here, shall we? Oh my gosh. Also, thank you to everyone who has been liking, commenting, putting their own thoughts out there about this. Without you guys, we would not be reading on Maria today. And I don't think we would have found out who this Empress potentially could be. Also, if everything that I've picked up in previous readings is correct, she is a diabolical mastermind and she's extremely intelligent. So we're just gonna leave it at that. So when it comes to her relationship with Diddy, so we have the Judgment card reversed. We have Diddy over here. I'm going to try and keep these out of the light because I know it can be a little bit harsh. So we have the Knight of Wands over here for Diddy. So for him showing up as that, he's a party hard type of guy. He's also a younger energy comparative to her. With her for the Judgment card reversed, it's giving me the sense of I'm avoiding capture. I'm avoiding getting into things. Diddy, he's just a big narcissist who believes he can't do any wrong. Looking at the energy in between the two of them, the Star upright. These two have worked together for a very long time, and the industry knows that they've worked together for a very long time. I even think the justice system knows that they've worked together. Or if the justice system doesn't know that they've worked together, they're going to be learning real quick that they have been working together, and whatever that was. Because why is this with kids? Also with Maria's connections back to Serbia, which is Eastern Europe, which I've known is sometimes maybe not the safest for anyone, or there's been a lot of high rates of adoption or high rates of people going missing. I'm not 100% certain on that, so don't quote me, but I believe there is higher rates of adoption out of more Eastern European countries than say the Western European countries. So and her connections potentially there, being able to speak the language. I get here because this is a young type of energy. Also we're mixing blood, we're mixing young types of energies, painting, mixing. This is baloney. They were conquering new heights together. They went and they tried to do the unknown. Look at this character. He's overlooking this, the world is their oyster. We can be anything that we want to be. These two did work together, in my opinion. They worked together quite a bit. They made a lot of money from each other too, or with each other, in whatever they had going on. Unseen obstacles here, those broken contracts. These two worked together for a long time, but then something happened where they broke a contract, or someone took more than they bargained for, or they bargained, or they gave more than they could promise. Broken. Also, for those who have been looking at it, Ava Baroni Combs, that whole situation, I don't know why I got brought back to that situation where apparently Ava is someone that's been adopted by Diddy. I have a video on that that's publicly available on top of a members only video, but both of them are nasty. But did she kind of help him in some way of getting Ava? Maybe, allegedly. Because over here, the other challenge, the Three of Wands, she couldn't control Diddy, but this is also, where before the world was their oyster, and it's now okay, how do we do this? I think there was different approaches to how they wanted to go about doing business on maybe a worldwide or more of a global scale, for their customers, or essentially their customers or clientele. What was going for them? The Emperor. I do feel like someone did bring them together, from a higher up person, brought them together, made them work together. When I'm looking at Maria and Diddy, do I see them on the same level? No. Do I see them in the same so when I say the level, I look at it from a level or a tier list, and how this whole underground shit show works. And then there are people who are on Diddy's level. Diddy I placed at a 4 or 5 on the whole scale, from the top level. And then where's Maria in this whole shit show of things going on? Do I see her at 4 or 5? No. Do I see her below Diddy? I hear yes, but then do I see her above Diddy though? No. She's in this weird, she's really close to Diddy level. But they aren't on, but are they on the same level? No. They're really close. It's if you would say this is a point system. So say an A grade is the 90 to 100. But then, and Diddy is kind of in that B range, where he's like he's almost like a B plus range. So he would be in that 87 to 89, like out of 100 points. That's where he's kind of located. Maria, though, is at like 86, 87. She's like right on that line of getting like a B plus rate, B to B plus. So she's like right by Diddy, maybe like a point or two off, is what it feels like in the involvement or levels to some extent. Is just what I'm kind of seeing. Here in the past, these two have been able to get away with stuff, no shocker. And then here in the future, they're starting a new cycle, though. I don't know what this is all entailing, but she's a mastermind at this whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, she is. Okay. All right. Okay. So with that, then, I am going to look into... Took a look at that. I'm going to grab out my true crime and my true crime oracle cards. And I want to take a look at, when it comes to Diddy and Maria, what were some things that allegedly that they could have potentially been doing on the down low. So let's take a look here, just at some alleged things, because I'm just curious. Again, all for entertainment purposes. These are just cards. They flip themselves over sometimes. So that's what we got. All right, one more shiffly doo-dah day here. And let's take a look here. Excuse me. Let's take a look. What are some of these non-scrediddly-dumptious things that they might have been involved with? Oh, the devil. Okay, understandable. We're working at Eyes Wide Shut. We're looking at the big bads. We're looking at the dark and the dank energies. Parties. Dark parties with males. Maybe they had a penchant both for males. I don't know. What else we got here? Cults. Okay. So they were part of the same religion. I don't know if they're part of the same religion. Because what I get is Maria's got her own religion that she has. Diddy has another one that he follows. But like, they all kind of celebrate some same things. I just like to censor that card. Self-exit. And then we have dating. So, question. So when it comes to Diddy, we know Diddy like would hire escorts or others for his big parties, right? Is Maria one of these like top madams? Can I say it? Is Maria one of the top madams that kind of gets the good girls or the good guys to bring to these parties to have fun, liven things up, be kind of like the main course per se? Because it feels like she's really, really good at getting people to these parties. She's almost got like her client. She's got her list of girls that she kind of has under her that she can send out to these different parties. I think she's also like a dating service person here. So like she runs her own dating service, or it's like you want to find a girl, well we'll give you the right one. Like, it's really odd, at least in my opinion here, because what else? Fire. Lots of passion, lots and lots of partying, drugs, rock and roll, everything in between. So, oh boy, that's what I'm seeing here. Like, there's some sort of religious element to it. Again, there might be even people who kind of take themselves off the earthly plane, or she makes people seem like they've taken themselves off the earthly plane. So, I also think they might have the penchant for the same type of person. Okay, so I'm going to do one more pull here for her. And we're going to look into just, when it comes to Miss Maria, what can we expect next from her? Because, yeah, what can we expect next from her? She's I'm intentionally not trying to get into her energy right now because there is a fine line. It feels like from like what I've been feeling before to now. Like before, there's like energy around certain individuals. In this case, it's like I'm kind of cautious and wary because there are pitfalls and traps. And if people are, there's something for like readers out there too, is that sometimes if people are like strong enough in their spirituality and the such, like they can set out intentions for people to read things falsely or to maybe send people down wild goose chases. And we just need to be careful of like, okay, that's something that's maybe been sent out there from like an intention. Because what I would say, how I can explain it here is her energy field, her energy, like the field around her, her energy, her aura sphere, shell, it feels like a minefield of stuff is what it feels like. And there's a lot of red herrings in there. And I'm trying to be as cautious as possible when reading her. So that's kind of how I would describe her energy field is there's a lot of mines that you kind of need to wade through. Yeah. To get to her energy. So let's take a look really quick here at, what was I reading? Oh no. I'll figure it out when we pull it. Because I am, like, my thought just go, woo! So, let's see. At the center of this is like Four of Wands reversed. Not celebrating things. What is this? Hold on. Okay. I just had to think for a bit. I had to pause the video for a bit to think because, like I said, her energy is a minefield, and also I think there's some part of it that I'm not There's things I'm going to read and I should reading. There's also like a little bit of mind fog coming over, so I'm going to try and wrap this up. So what's kind of coming up next here for Maria? So we had the Four of Wands reversed. So what I get from this card is, hey, you got some issues. We are looking at, there will be no more parties. There will be no more celebrations. If I'm with someone, they are gone. We're just not having that right now. Why is this the Two of Cups reversed? This is with her, Jay. Her and Jay might be having some issues. A lot of issues. Because Two of Cups is like, I'm disconnecting from you. We can't be together no more. I can't control you. You got your own things going on. It was good. It was good, but nah, I'm not doing that. Financial influences. I'm trying to get away from you. She's trying to get away from Jay, but I think she's also trying to get away from this whole, she's trying to distance herself, but she's going to be unable to distance herself from all the shady shenaniganery that was going on about from like an Eyes Wide Shut perspective or from the dark and the dank perspective and either a religious aspect or from like a worldwide organizational aspect. It's like the devil, the diablo, the bad stuff, the bad juju. She's trying to distance herself away from it, and she's just not going to be able to. It's like this is where her money was. She's going to try and finagle her way out of it. I think she's already got some pretty good things that she's done to finagle her way out of it, but she's not going to be able to. Her hopes and fears here. I'm just gonna put on a different mask. I'm just gonna go try something new. I'm just gonna go do something different. Doesn't matter. I'm off. I'm gonna go off and do. I have so many options where I could go, be, and do. Again, she's got a lot of friends in a lot of high places. Unseen obstacles though here. She's getting pushed out into the sun. She's getting pushed out there whether she wants to or not. She might be someone, just keep her name, just keep an eye out in the media for her name getting dropped especially in relation to Jay-Z or in relation to this case that's kind of going on with Jay-Z, Diddy, and the such. She seems like one of the others that's going to be going down, because with the Four of Cups here, she's only looking at what she can grab instead of looking at the whole thing. Four of Cups, she's only grabbed one of the... Interesting. She's only focused on one of them. She only wants one of them to go down. One, I think, yes, she does not like she doesn't like Jay-Z in the way Jay-Z likes her, but it does feel like she does have a sense of responsibility for Jay-Z, for some weird reason. So it's like she wants to make sure that he kind of stays around, or at least out of prison in some way. But Diddy, she could give two shits about. She does not like him. They broke a contract. Something broke there. So it's like, I'm just going to focus on what I can save, and I'm going to say screw the rest. What's going for her is the Knight of Swords. She's very good with her words. She's also thinks that she's going to be able to talk her way out of this situation. She's going to be able to talk her way out of getting in trouble. But I don't think she's going to be able to. I'm hearing no, because here in the past, she was the queen pin, the king pin, however you want to look at it. She was the one that was in control. She was the one that could have everything and say anything, and she snapped her fingers and it happened. But here in the future, again, this is super interesting. We've now seen what's kind of coming for her in the future. The Hanged Man has shown up twice. So it's like she's going to try, and she's going to go down with her ship. Whatever ship she's tied herself to, whatever boat she's gotten herself onto, she's going down with it. Or if she's not going down with it, she is not... A leopard doesn't change its spots. A leopard doesn't change its spots. She's not changing what she's doing. So in her refusing to change what she is doing, in how she operates, how she does things, she will then get caught for them and be facing consequences for them. So whatever she's been doing in the past that she has not stopped, she will face the consequences for that moving forward. And then I do feel called to look at the bottom of the deck, that what's kind of hidden. She's got some people in her midst that do not like her. They are wolves in sheep's clothing that are at any moment ready to tear her down. Whether this is people in her inner circle, whether these are business partners, whether the Abercrombie and Fitch guy. So if you guys had forgotten, I know I didn't do a video on it, but Abercrombie and Fitch, former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO, got arrested for traffic, for the movements of people from point A to point B for illicit or illegal services. And what I get here is there's some people in her who she trusts, or she thinks that are in her, whoever good graces in mind, that does not, and is willing to take them down, or willing to take her down and the people around her down. It's a man and a woman here, so I do get that this could be, she's willing to take others down. She's willing to throw a lot of people under the bus, but she, in turn, a lot of people are willing to throw her underneath the bus. So I do see her name coming up soon here, or she's just going to disappear altogether from this earthly plane to face her consequences. And then we also have Page of Wands saying one thing, doing another, and then there's one other card here that I want to look at. And then we have the Emperor reverse. It's like we're trying to get... what is it? We're trying to maintain control over everything that we're doing, but we just can't. So what I'm seeing here for Miss Maria, oh my god, is I think we might have found our Empress, y'all. She's diabolical, if any of my past readings are, but where she thinks she's invincible, she isn't. Where she thinks she's not going to get caught, she will. And that's what I'm kind of seeing. If you guys like this, feel free, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts, opinions, and ideas down in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you not? What else would you have liked me to read on? Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Private readings are available on my website. YouTube members, $3 a month, you get access to videos like this early, as well as a bunch of other cool perks, including member live streams. And otherwise, thank you all so very, very much for watching. And feel free to go check out some of my other videos that I'll have linked here at the end for you guys to peruse and or to click to next. So thank you all again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!